Hey guys, it's Ep33 and welcome back to episode 33 of my Leeds United career mode. Now in today's episode we've got 3 more matches to get through. Today we have the first game against Watford in the league, followed by a game against Newcastle and then West Brom as well. So 3 not like massive teams we're going up against. Obviously I know Newcastle are a big team, but in terms of where they are in the league, there's no sort of Man Cities, Chelsea's, Man United's, those sort of teams in today's episode. But still very important matches. 2 of them are home games, 1 being an away match. Quite some nice distance between them as well, so it's a very chilled out episode hopefully, where we should get ourselves 3 good results. With the current form that we're in, we'd probably expect to try and win all of these, to be honest, in today's episode. But before we get into things, this is the final episode before Christmas, so like I said on the Dortmund episode yesterday, I hope you have a good Christmas if you do celebrate it. And yeah, I'll see you after Christmas. I think videos will start again on the 27th with the Dortmund episode. So no videos for the next 2 days. On Christmas Day and Boxing Day I'll be busy, so there'll be no videos going out for obvious reasons. Let's crack on with today's episode though. If we could go ahead and hit 30 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. That will be absolutely fantastic. Still trying to hit 6,000 subs before the end of the year. We're so close to doing it now. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and make an account or subscribe if you haven't, and I would really appreciate that. This is the side I'm going with for the first match against Watford. We'll crack on pretty quickly. Bailey Peacock-Farrell starting goal, Eiling, Denayer, Janssen, Angelino coming in because Taylor's a bit tired. We've got Delph and Bridcut at CDM, Roof on the left, Cook in behind Armstrong with Sacco on the right-hand side. Let's crack on with the game. Quite an interesting bench as well, just the usual sort of players to be honest. But we'll wait and see whether we need any. Hopefully we don't need too many subs here. Maybe just to rotate the players a little bit, but hopefully not many game changes are necessary. Watford are bottom of the league. They have not won a game this whole season. They've drawn 5 matches to get the 5 points. We've got to win this. They've not won a match in 13 games this year. We have got to beat them, but we'll wait and see how we get on. Hopefully we can get ourselves a comfortable win. That would be ideal, obviously. But yeah, we're going to wait and see how we get on now. Cook wins it back onto Armstrong. Sacco is going to look to hit one. Doesn't hit it particularly smooth. Cook looking for the ball through to Roof. Great chance. Roof gets a toe to it and scores. It's poor goalkeeping. He's really committed himself and it's backfired massively. Roof with the goal. We've opened them up in the first 17 minutes. We should be expected to win this game if we want to finish in the top half, which is kind of my target still, even though we're top at the moment and in good form. But Roof just getting a toe to it, and like I said before, the goalkeeper in no man's land. We're winning the game 1-0. Great start to this match. Delph going to hit one. Oh, that's flown and it's 2-0. You don't usually see those go in, but Fabian Delph smashing in the top corner. This time it's not down to the goalkeeper. He's never going to save that. Just thought I'd have a go. I wasn't really expecting him to hit it as well as he does. It's 2-0. We're really cruising quite nicely here. I don't think we've dominated a team this well this season so far. It is probably our best performance so far this season. Just a nice little layoff there from Bridcut. Delph smashing. He's curling away from on his left foot. Incredible. Incredible shot. Winning the game 2-0. Oh, I thought it was 2-1. Thought I'd gone in. Should have probably gone in. That one. Not a great finish in the end from their player. I'm not too sure who it is that's got the final shot away, but yeah, not great defending. That's it, half-time, winning the game 2-0, really comfortable match for us at the moment. I'm a little bit worried though that we'll peter out a little bit in the second half. Now we've got that 2-goal lead. We also want to try and keep a clean sheet if we can. We've got the most clean sheets at the moment in the Premier League. Bailey Peacock-Farrell has 8. So this could be his 9th from today's game. We're not going to make any changes just yet. But yeah, we do need to just make sure that we keep up the good play at the moment. Hopefully that can continue and maybe get another couple of goals. Oh, good chance. Should be 2-1. They could actually be level here. They have had 2 chances and that's it in 50 minutes, but they could have scored both of them. They haven't. Really poor finishes in the end. Cook onto Armstrong. He's going to shoot. Oh, could have been 3-0 there. Good save by the goalkeeper. Approaching the 60th minute. We'll make a change or 2 in a second. Angelino going to play this one to Sacco. Lewis Cook on the edge of the box. Gets a shot away, but it's gone over the bar. Let's make some changes now. First 2 changes, Antonsen and Edwards on. We will be taking off Fabian Delph and Armstrong, 2 key players that there's no real need to risk them and continue playing them because we've got a 2-goal lead and I think we can still get a 3rd here. I think we look like we're going on to win this match, so we may as well just protect those 2 for future games. We'll bring on Antonsen and Edwards as well. They've not got much game time recently, those 2, so we'll give that a go. Edwards looking for Sacco. It's a good pass. Sacco needs to find some pace past this Watford back 5 at the moment. Edwards going to look for Bridcut. He's going to shoot. 3-0. Bridcut's finished it off. I think it'll be Bridcut that'll come off, but I'm not too sure who's going to come on for. It might be on Calvin Phillips although O'Kane will probably fit that position a bit better at the moment. Still not too sure, but a good finish there from Bridcut. Nice and low into the bottom corner. Our midfielders are certainly helping our strikers out here. They've got a couple of goals in this match, which is good to see. Bridcut's going to come off now. We will bring on Calvin Phillips. Bridcut's certainly my man of the match for today's game. He's looked really good going forward and defensively. So Calvin Phillips will just slot in alongside Lewis Cook. It was going to be O'Kane, but I think for long-term use, I'd rather have Calvin Phillips at the club. O'Kane might be on the way out fairly soon, so we are going to bring on Calvin Phillips now. Antonsen looking forward. A lot of players running forward here. Roof. Oh, it's meant to go to Edwards, but it finds him eventually. Through to Roof. Poor shot, and he gets the follow-up. 4-0. Really tied off a really, really good match for us. 2 goals in the first half, 2 in the second half so far, with 15 minutes to go. Roof gets a goal, and winning the match 4-0. Really comfortable. Fully deserved. Watford struggling to defend, even with 5 at the back. I can see why the bottom of the league, and we've certainly deserved this result. Although, to be fair to them, probably should have got a couple of goals themselves in that first half. That's it, we've won the game 4-0. Easily our best performance of the season. About time as well that we put a really, really good performance together. 2 goals for Roof, 1 for Bridcut and 1 for Delph, I think it was as well. So yeah, really good performance, very happy with that, but it should be as comfortable as it was in the end. They are bottom of the league, they haven't won a game this season, and we are in really good form at the top of the league. So it was inevitable that we were going to get ourselves a good result, really. But very happy with that. 3 points in the bag. And then to make it even better, Man United have lost 3-1 to West Brom. So very good news. Man City lose to Liverpool 1-0 as well. Newcastle beating Crystal Palace 3-0. On to some player drills now. We are going to go with the same 4 players that we've been doing the last week. And then we're going to bring in Lewis Cook as well, as you can see on the left-hand side, to try and get his marking, slide tackle up and all that sort of thing. Let's find out how he gets on this week. Dakara hopefully going to go up on a couple of attributes and doesn't go up on either of them. I'll have to wait until next week. Slow growth with him, but Vieira goes up on his finishing. I think McNeil as well went up on 1 attribute there. Okay, on to the Newcastle match now. We're currently second in the league because Spurs have played 1 more game than us. So if we win this match, we obviously go top. But a tough game against Newcastle away. We've also got some players accepting contracts as well, coming into our first team, I think it is. We've also got a monthly scouting update to take a look at as well. Some Swedish players to begin with. Anybody? No, quite strict really with who are let in the youth academy now. Got a lot of good players, so they have to be really, really good to have any chance of getting in. Just the 1 so far, and that was from Scotland. On to the final lot with the English. Need to get some good English players in, that would be quite nice, but still nobody. Elliot Edwards actually looks quite good, but that will be it for those scout reports. Okay, this is the side I'm going to put out for the game against Newcastle. Bailey Pickett-Farrell again starting in goal, Berardi at right back, Janssen and Arvidsson at centre back. Arvidsson comes in, he requested to start, so I thought I would go ahead and do that to keep him happy. Taylor comes back at left back. I got Delph and Bridcut in midfield again. Roof on the left-hand side, who's coming really undroppable at the moment. He's playing very well. Sadly, Aarons can't get into the team. Barrow on the right-hand side, Lewis Cook again in behind Armstrong. That worked quite well in the last game. That's the bench I've gone with. Edwards gets on there this time. Well, again, I should say, because he did play very well off the bench. Vieira gets on there as well, along with Aarons, Dakara and Chris Wood. So let's crack on with the game. Hopefully get ourselves another 3 points. Need to keep up the really good run at the moment and try and extend our lead if we can. But yeah, it's going to be another tough game, this one. Certainly more tougher than the last game against Watford. Barrow cutting out on his left foot as he always does. Going to go for the shot. Oh, this time too much on it. Armstrong going to try and build it back up on the edge of the box. Falls for Cook. Oh, finesses wide in the end. Good strike though from him. Cuts it back. Lewis Cook. Oh, another good save from Tim Krul. We've had 1 or 2 decent chances here. Newcastle struggling to get a grip of the game, to be honest. We've controlled possession really well, which is unlike us. And really just controlling the build-up play very nicely. Lewis Cook going for the shot now. Armstrong is keen to get there and nearly does. Oh, it's through to Armstrong. Got more pace than Mbemba. Does he have the strength and the finish? Not quite side netting, but it seems like it was a deflection off Mbemba. And out for a corner. Another chance for us to try and swing one in with Barrow if we can. Good delivery to the back post. Oh, interesting clearance. Goes out for a corner. It's going to be Delph to deliver this one. What a ball. Just Krul gets there instead. Still got it though. Really struggling to do anything with it at the moment, Newcastle. Janssen's in there and it's a goal, but it's offside. Really good finish from the centre-back though. Always lurking in that box, looking really good. To be honest, he's in with a really good shout for Player of the Month, Janssen. He has been fantastic since the start of the season. Just really consistent throughout, to be honest. But yeah, he's offside there. Good finish from him, though. Half-time, 0-0. Really, really good first half from us. Just haven't quite got the goal. But I think it might be happening, though, at some point. I've got a feeling we've got a goal in us. We have been playing really positively. Definitely on the front foot. Newcastle struggling to cope with us. They've had 1 or 2 decent chances, as you'd expect. They've got some good players here, but certainly we have been the better team. And I would expect us to nick a goal or 2 still in this match. Okay, first change now, 30 minutes left. Been a little bit less creative, I think, in the second half than we were in the first half. So we're going to bring on Dakar on the left-hand side. Roof's going to go in behind Armstrong. That means Cook's going to come off. And we'll wait and see how that goes, whether it does improve us. I don't want to make loads of changes because we are still playing very well. So I don't think there's any need to, but just need someone that can try and get us a goal. Hopefully Dakar can do that. Good chance for Newcastle here. This has come out of the blue. Perez, good save by Bailey Peacock Farrell, and it goes in 1-0, very much out of the blue here. I wouldn't say they've been the better team this second half, but they've been better than they were the first half. But there, they've got themselves a goal, 23 minutes to go, and yeah, a bit disappointing. Bailey Peacock Farrell saving the initial shot, couldn't stop the follow-up one, came off his arm, very unlucky the way it falls to Perez. And yeah, we've got to now deal with that. We'll wait and see how we can get on. Okay, final 2 changes. Chris Wood and Aaron's going to come on now. We're going to have to go more direct. I think that's our only route, really, to getting a goal. Armstrong and Roof coming off. Very risky. They've done well for us in the last match and for a little while now, so it's very risky having to take our 2 better players off. But I think we're going to have to change something because the way we're currently playing isn't quite working. For some reason, they're actually playing more hard to get through than Watford. We're playing with a 5-man at the back, which is a bit surprising. But we'll wait and see whether this more direct and physical approach going forward will help. Chris Wood getting forward. Chris Wood with the shots. Dakar get there. Oh, netting. Good start for the substitutes. We needed a goal. Tempting to try and play it across to Dakar, but I couldn't quite find a good enough pass, I don't think. Every time we get going forward, they always bring us down. And it's understandable, it's fair enough, they're allowed to do that obviously, even though they are giving away fouls, but it's frustrating every time we get a good break, they just seem to stop that from happening. Good long ball in, but Dakar couldn't win that one for some reason. Berardi will win that though from John Joe Shelby. What's his crossing like? Out for a corner, we'll take it. And it's going to be Delph to deliver. Give us a good ball in, please. We need someone doing something here. Dakar, saved by the goalkeeper and cleared. I think that might well be it now, sadly, but we'll wait and see whether we can do anything. Referee blows his whistle. Again, I think a bit premature was that. Didn't feel like the 3 minutes it should have been. We've lost the game. An absolute shocker there. I can't believe that. A goal disallowed. Hit the bar post a few times, whatever. Yeah, disappointing. Probably should have won this game more comfortably than we won the Watford game. I mean, the Watford game should have been a 4-2 sort of match. This one maybe should have been 3-0, 4-0, something like that. Hasn't happened. We've dropped the points, and it's inevitable we're obviously going to do that at some point during the season. That's why I've not changed the difficulty, despite a couple of people saying that over the last few episodes. I think the difficulty is actually fine. We're just going through a good phase of form at the moment, but sadly, yeah, dropping points there isn't quite good enough for us. So we are now second, 2 points behind the leaders Spurs, with Chelsea actually having a game in hand, so we could go down to third. A little bit more realistic, obviously that helps, that's good. We are being challenged a bit more. We're newly promoted, so I'm not expecting to win the league. The target, like I said earlier in the episode, is to finish in the top half of the league, so we're very much doing that at the moment, and the board's target for us is to avoid relegation. I think we've almost done that at this point in the season, which is pretty good. McNeil going up to 70 overall this week. Dakar finally getting his short passing up, that's why I've got him doing that drill. I didn't think his build-up play was quite good enough for a midfielder. This is the sign I'm going to be using for the game against West Brom. Again, the usual goalkeeper in nets, and we've got Eiling at right back this time, rotating that around. I think he works a bit better than Berardi at right back. Denaya and Janssen again back at centre back. Charlie Taylor at left back with, again, Delph and Bridcut in midfield. I've not felt the need to change too many things. Snodgrass, though, does come in on the right-hand side. He's gone down 1 overall since being dropped. Cook in behind Armstrong again, and Roof on the left-hand side. Cook's doing really well there, actually. Wasn't a fan of him when I played him there initially. Now he's starting to play much better in that role. That's the bench I've gone with. We've got a few different attacking options on there, obviously, with Sacco and Barrow. And yeah, we'll wait and see how we get on in this match. Here we go. We need this win to keep the pressure up on the teams around us, really. We do need to try and pick up some points after we dropped all 3 in that game against Newcastle. Don't know what sort of side West Brom are going to be in this match. Don't know how good they are doing in the league either. But I know that they do have some big, strong, physical and aggressive players, so hopefully that doesn't cause us too many issues, because we do have not that many strong players, to be honest, other than our defenders. Certainly going forward, we don't have many particularly physical players. Ball through to Roof. He's looked so good on the left-hand side in recent times. Looking to try and get a cross in, possibly, although is there much point, really, with our lack of height? Snodgrass coming in for a shot, and he's going to shoot, hits the bar. What a start that is from Snodgrass. He is a really good player, Snodgrass, in game. I don't think he lacks his pace. If he had that, he'd be one of our best players in the squad. Straight down the middle, but still causes him some issues. Sadly, though, no corner. Roof waiting for the run. He gets it from Snodgrass. Snodgrass! You would expect him to finish it off. He has done. It's 1-0. Brilliant run from him. I thought it was actually Lewis Cook, the way he was running. Seemed to get in a really good bit of space there, Snodgrass. On his weaker right foot as well, which is a bit surprising. That wasn't intentional, to be honest. But he just slots it past the goalkeeper in the back of the net. And we're winning the game 1-0. Armstrong back to Snodgrass. Brilliant 1-2. Still going. Does he have the pace and the finish? Good save by Myhill. Needed it as well. I think it was going in. Good run again from Snodgrass. Really running the show at the moment before it was going forward. Snodgrass, what's his delivery like? It's a good one. Oh, challenges the keeper a little bit. Delph into Roof on the turn. And wide. Always difficult to turn and shoot, but still 1-0 up, 5 minutes left in this first half now. That's it for the first half, still winning the game 1-0. I certainly see us going on to win this game, maybe 2-0, possibly get a third though if we can. But yeah, certainly dominating West Brom here. There lacks a lot of quality going forward of West Brom, not created many chances, and we certainly deserve it to be in the lead. Delph waiting for the run, Armstrong still got it, over the bar. No touch actually, it was just the shot there from Armstrong going over the bar. Myhill thought he had to deal with it. In the end, didn't have to. Goes over the bar. Left-footed strike. Nearly touches the bar though this time. Cook still has it. Snodgrass. Gonna still look to shoot here. Ends up falling for Charlie Taylor. He's got forward. Armstrong again can't get the shot away. Great build-up play. Just struggling to find a second goal at the moment. Might have to freshen up the team a little bit. The passes though are looking really good. A lot of runners from midfield. Armstrong's dropping in when he needs to drop in. Cook's doing well, nice and strong there. I thought he was going to give away a free kick, but wasn't given. All three changes now. Sacco, Dakara and Vieira all to come on. Bridgecut, Snodgrass and Roof all to come off. Just kind of fresh up the team a little bit. Worried that we've not quite got a second goal yet. It does seem like one of those games where West Brom can suddenly drift into this game a little bit. Hopefully we don't let them do that. 15 minutes left. We'll wait and see how quickly the subs get on. Hopefully fairly quickly. And yeah, we'll see whether they do make an impact or not. Dakara giving us the strength up front that we needed. Still going here against Neon. Alright, loses it, but kills some time. That's it, we've won the game. Had to defend really well there. Looks like it could have been a bit of a struggle towards the end. Prevented a few opportunities for West Brom. Should have been more comfortable. Probably should have been a 2-0, I think, in the end. But it has finished 1-0. Got the 3 points. And yeah, despite the lack of quality in attack, they did create some good chances towards the end. Had more shots on target than us, surprisingly. But yeah, very happy with that result. That will be it for the episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If we could go ahead and hit 30 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to also go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. We're trying to hit 6,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Hopefully we can do that. Like I say, that is it before Christmas now. Have a good Christmas. I'll see you on the 27th for Dortmund, 28th again for this career mode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.